Yes, Glasgow's different terms, but I have heard it.
What are the suburbs?
Ripping the heat off it. So you're ripping the head of your dick off because you're just wanking so
Wanking
much.
it, yeah. Are we ham shank?
Are we ham shank? I've heard that. My granddad used to say that.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Granddad
Yeah.
would be like, I'm off to the bathroom for a ham shank.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
grand would follow him.
Amazing.
Oh my
Just
god.
quietly, like.
She was,
Tiptoeing.
Say anything be like,
Yeah,
oh,
she just
coming
go-
with you. No, just like,
I'll just-
you're just like.
Did you hear the postman should go out to the? Oh yeah, I don't think she's going out to see the check the postman.
No.
The
I think I just
postman
heard someone got stuck in the gate.
just come
I
falling.
don't know about that. I think she's going to the bathroom.
Oh.
Give him a ham shank.
Oh my god. What's going on, all you gregarious guests? My name is Mason,
And my name is Grayson.
and welcome to the Modern Dude.
A podcast by dudes, for dudes, helping dudes become better dudes.
Dude!
Okay, we finally did it. Wow.
Fuck's sake, we did
I
it.
can't believe it. We have our first ever guest on the Modern Dude podcast today, and they're two people from another podcast who also have a show in this exact same studio, in this exact same space, in these exact same chairs with these exact same mics and this exact same TV. Welcome to the show, Antony and Tai from the Across the Bar podcast.
Hi.
Woo!
I think something's in my drink. I feel like I've been drugged. Where are we?
Just
Wake
popping
up,
in right
wake
now.
up.
Oh, I'm in a
There's-
show. I'm
There's
in a podcast.
nothing
Oh.
in your drink.
We brought.
Wink.
Except.
That's unfortunate, though, isn't it?
Oh, he wanted something.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
week. That's
I
the
wanted to
key.
feel special.
Oh no.
You
there's-
are very special. You are our first guest on the show today.
Well, thank you.
I just realized when you were introducing them, I was like, I have not a single fucking clue what y'all's last names are.
No.
You're Anthony and Ty, like that's like Seal and Madonna over here.
Yeah, just time.
Well, my mom doesn't know what my last name is.
It's all about your Instagram names. I just know the Heart of Ty.
I was gonna
Heart
say,
of
yeah,
time.
mine actually doesn't. My parents don't know my last name either. I keep changing it.
Yeah,
We did everything
and,
right,
And,
Mason.
and just like Ty, when we were both children, our favorite toys when we used to have a bath was a toaster and like
Give me the toaster.
An iron.
and an iron. Yes, it was at the side of the bath.
I was asking for the hair dryer. You were
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
for the toaster.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Both
they
in a
try and
bath.
kick it in, but we'd always take the plug out, wouldn't we?
Amazing.
Just stick our fingers in there. So before we start, we want to just introduce yourselves, which you kind of already like weirdly did, and also talk about plug your podcast real quick before we get into the situation and everything like that.
Well, we have a podcast as well. We do it in the same studio, and we just
We already fucking know that.
we chat and we talk. And to be honest, it's very unscripted, but it's like therapy for us, really.
It's a little bullshit session.
Yeah,
Sure.
and it's cheaper
Yeah.
than therapy, and it works. So it's good.
Do you guys
know?
have a idea of what you want to talk about? Like, do you have like a jumping off point when you go in?
Not really, but the nice
Almost
thing is
never.
sometimes when we do it though, we haven't maybe spoken for like a week.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we actually are catching up.
Sure.
As
Oh,
we're
that's
doing
nice.
It, which
Yeah.
is really, really
It's
nice.
actually really
And So
nice.
when we get here, she'll be like, don't.
I don't want to
speak
hear
to
it.
Say
Save it for the
anything.
bond.
Save it, and so
We
because
do
I'll
that all
just
the
start
time.
talking and.
Oh.
Yeah, we do that all the time too with
Our
ours.
last podcast, we would literally, one of our quotes we would say in our day-to-day life, we'd like start doing a bit. I'd be like, nope, save it for the pod.
Yeah.
Save
Just
it for
write,
the
just
pod.
write it down or something. Like, don't talk about it right
Yeah.
now. I'll start like getting in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just like getting everything off my chest. He's like, we should be doing this on camera.
Yeah.
Please don't do this right now. Please don't do
Everything is content. Everything
Yeah.
is content.
I'm like, but I'm going through something. Please let me talk. He's like, shut the fuck up. Do it in front of camera.
We have 24 hours, 36 minutes, and 22 seconds. Get it together,
Wait
Grayson.
for the lights,
I can
baby.
feel your trauma vibrating, but save it.
But
It's
save
like,
that.
oh, okay,
Let
all
it
right.
build up inside you. Okay?
Wait till you're crying and bleeding out your asshole, and then we'll talk about it.
Hashtag pride.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think for the most part today, I know we're gonna do a lot of bullshitting, which I'm very excited about because
Already derailed.
we've needed
it's
we've needed a
derailed.
really fun guest appearance type
sure.
thing like this. But we also wanted to talk about today, off the heels of Pride. A novel written by RuPaul. Off the heels of Pride, I think we just wanted to discuss a little bit about You Better Work. about how the society that we're living in now, everything is a lot more. You're much more free to. It's just not as weird to love who you love and be who you are.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that still take exception to it, and that's
absolutely.
fucking stupid.
Always
But-
will be.
Always will be, unfortunately. But we just wanted to talk a little bit about like some of y'all's experiences, if you're cool with sharing any of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Being gay, being trans, things like that. If there's something, I mean, so Anthony, I know you're obviously a homosexual.
What?
But
Newsflash!
How did you? I don't know. I
How
feel a
could
bit
you?
stereotyped.
Who did you hear that from?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm,
fine,
Whose
I'll-
dick did you get that from? I
Fine,
mean, who did you get
I'll
that
be
from?
gay for the show.
it's a character.
It's a character.
I'm curious about how, just from my little, I'm from Virginia standpoint, what is it? Is it how different is it being gay
In Scotland.
In Scotland,
Scotland.
is it that different?
It was actually a lot easier than I can imagine it being gay in America, I think.
Really?
I believe that.
Yeah, I think
Really?
so. I think so because yes, it was hard, and you have your peaks and troughs and all that kind of stuff, and it's difficult. But I don't feel
don't know what
that,
that means.
I thought you said
yet we do.
pigs.
Yeah, we do.
And yet we
peaks
thought you
and
said
troughs.
Pigs.
It means highs and lows. God,
Sure.
I can tell. I
Thank
can
you
tell
for
nobody
that.
else read Keats here.
We got all elephants trunked and fell down the apples and pears.
Sorry. Let me simplify everything down for you.
No, don't.
It was
Don't.
suicidal.
Every word out of Antony's mouth is like just some illegible.
The thing is,
Scottish
we do get what you're saying.
bullshit.
Sorry,
It
keep
was,
going. Keep
it
going.
was thistles and mountains. No, it was
Easy
it
throw,
was,
easy.
It was hard, you get bullied at school and all that stuff, but that's character building in my eyes for me.
I love that you do it like
personally.
that.
Yeah.
I do,
It
I
made
do.
you funny. It makes you funny because you got to fight your way out of the playground with jokes. And,
Jesus Christ, that's like we
Right?
talk so
and
much about
and
shit.
I love all that, and so that's good. And I would always get on side with the popular kids because I'd make them laugh, and
Right.
that's something you learn early. But then going to gay bars, I'd go when I was like 15 to a gay bar, and I'd get hot
it's
drinks all the time. I was telling you that they'd buy me drinks all the time because they're all perverts there, Got loads of drinks bought for me, but it's when I came to America I noticed there's a real difference in how gay people are seen.
Sure.
And it's different because it's very religious in some parts of America.
Is
And
that the biggest factor you would think?
I think so because
I
I
think
think
so.
it puts a lot of
gotta be.
strain on people
Nobody asked
and
you,
pressure, it's true.
But it's got. I mean, like that really is the biggest
Yeah.
thing, right?
No.
It's like we just talked about.
But there's no separation between church and state here.
No,
Or
I
they're
mean-
supposed to be, but they're
They're supposed to be, but
the
there
irony is people in the church are on their knees more than gay people.
Do you,
They
the
just-
truth.
They should have knee pads in church.
Well, they have them on the
not just for the
kneeler,
pews.
They do have them on the kneelers.
The altar
It's like a
boys do.
kickstand
The
when you're
altar
getting ready.
boy-
You know,
the
you
altar
just,
boys have the knee pads. But
Yeah.
yes, that's. I was trying to get into church for years.
like, I wanted to be an altar boy so bad.
My mom wouldn't let me. I wonder
have
why.
sinned.
She saw the writing on the wall for you.
Yeah, Sandra Cherry knew better. She said, "No, don't do that. Join the Scouts."
yeah.
They
that's not-
fought.
Much more public about it.
Not for my son, not just.
Yeah, I've heard that like all the gay trying to make people not gay camps.
Right, we
That's
don't
just
really-
a cesspool for
yeah. We don't-
making
is that-
people
is that
more
conversion?
gay.
Literally,
conversion therapy. We don't have that in the UK. They really, it's not as.
But it doesn't
it's-
work, is what I'm saying. Is like evidently
it
you
doesn't
just put a bunch of gay people together. It's like, what do you think's gonna happen?
literally.
To be really honest with you, if it did work, I think at some points in my life maybe I would have went and done it because it would have made things easier in certain aspects of my
Sure.
life.
Isn't that fucking
If it
horrible?
really worked, we'd all be going there at certain points because
Absolutely.
we'd be fed up. We're fed
The
up
trauma.
sometimes. You go, well,
Having to
fuck
deal
this.
with being yourself
Yes,
and the
absolutely.
society being stacked against you.
Yeah,
it was that
I think
easy.
like my mom would like got really emotional. I came out to them when I was like 13. And my mom just cried because, she knew that my life was going to be harder or
Right.
just that I was going to have
Was she
like,
understanding?
more- Yeah, they didn't neither one of them had anything to like go off of. Like there's no playbook
Where are you
for
from?
that. New Orleans.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a more open-minded area, even though Louisiana is not really
Yeah,
open-minded.
Still
it's like an
southern.
But there's-
island in the middle
Yeah.
of...
Yes.
Deeper south.
I lived in New Orleans as well.
Oh, for
Yeah.
real?
For about a year and a
Yeah.
half, yeah.
It's dope.
I love New Orleans.
Yeah.
I describe it as a third world party city.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. What year were you there?
I was there 2012 and 2013
Oh, okay.
because I slur from my mimosa.
I mean, with your mum though, I mean, I think it initially there is a confliction with anything like that because it takes them a second to adjust.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
and I think it takes my mum a second to adjust too. My mum, when I told her I was gay, initially she didn't really think it was serious. She went, well, for now that's fine, Anthony. And then when you meet a nice Italian girl when you're older. It was all that,
nice
it was
Italian
all that.
Sure,
And then,
Italian.
then
She sounds hot.
Oh, well, my mum's Italian, so she was.
Okay.
I think maybe my mum wants an
Scottish.
Italian woman. That's me.
Scottish family just randomly is like very into
Well,
Italian.
no, my
people,
mum's
yeah.
Italian. My dad is he's French, and so I was born in Scotland. I'm Scottish,
know
but we
that.
have a big mix of. I'm a
Interesting.
mix.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
It's very American of you.
Very American, yeah. But I'm born in Scotland, so I say I'm Scottish. So that's very
So
un-American.
is your dad like from France?
No,
Or, like,
just
just
this
heritage?
wee island heritage, but my brother looks so Italian,
Really?
and me and my sister look like like little Nazis. It's like crazy.
Well, when you bleach your hair.
Yeah, I know, but it's terrible. We're so pale and
Sure.
it's awful. I wish I could change that. It's
Why?
terrible.
You're
'Cause I don't want to
beautiful.
look like a Nazi.
No, you look hot.
Yeah, but you leaned into it and you bleached your hair.
Yeah, it's a look.
I
You're a hot
know.
nuts. Come on. Let it be cool.
Yikes!
not cool.
Cut,
Not-
blue,
Nazi,
blue,
we
cut.
don't- we
And
don't-
we're gonna.
We're not cool with any of that.
No.
I just want to
Absolutely
make that
not.
clear.
No.
Yeah, Ty, that's interesting. I feel like I think that's an interesting thing is that it's the double standard of like a parent being like, I don't know how to accept what it is because I just didn't think I was gonna have to.
Yeah.
But then also like the fact that they don't know what it's gonna be harder.
Right.
What's
And
like
that's so
it's
God,
almost-
that's such a shitty thing.
Tell me if I'm off point here. I feel like it's almost like when a white man adopts a black child or an Asian child. It's like you have no point of reference.
Yeah.
Because if you're straight and your child is gay, how do you lead?
How do you
Yeah,
how do you relate to
I guess
to
you
that
just have to
person?
learn, don't you?
Well, and I think about it all the time because I'm like, oh my god, like wouldn't that be crazy, to think that something's gonna go a certain way, that rearing this child is gonna
Sure.
like go a certain way or like
Don't rear children.
and then well like and then the other part of me is like, of course it's gonna be unexpected at every turn and like
Yeah.
your children are gonna surprise you with the people that they turn out to be like
Right.
I guess
There
that's
is
my
no
biggest,
playbook anyway, even if they're
Sure.
gonna be
even if
straight
they're
or what you
straight
thought.
or just like you,
Doesn't
like
matter, yeah.
there's no way of knowing. So I
Right.
think that is in my head, that's the only way I would ever go into parenting or like being a
Sure.
parent to another human being, as if I was totally ready
And understanding that
anything.
whatever does happen is
gonna
just
happen.
and that's fine.
Will we
that is
ever
what
be
it
ready?
is.
I mean, I think it's
I've never
hard,
heard of
isn't it?
I've
Yeah.
never heard
but-
a parent say the words, "Oh yeah, I was prepared
Ready.
for
I
this."
Yeah,
killed
yeah.
it. I killed that. Yeah.
Not once.
No,
I
I
think
think
that's part of the beauty of life.
As long as you
but
just love the child, then that's
Which
all
is
that matters,
literally-
and that's really it.
that's
all
the
that
kind of the
matters.
theme of the episode is
Love
like
and kindness. I know
to
it's very
go-
Care Bears of me, but
no, but like going
I really
off
mean
of very Hamilton.
it's true.
What's his name? The guy who wrote it.
Lin-Manuel
Jesus Christ.
Miranda.
The mimosas. I'm telling you.
Lin-Manuel Morosa.
No, it's the love is love. His
Yeah.
love speech. That
It's
he
a
gave,
lovely
you know?
thing to just be
Yeah.
kind, and it really
But
costs.
that's
you
what
not
this
a thing.
fucking world needs so much more of, and that's kind of like our whole. And to bring it kind of back to what like our podcast is about is like there's so much hate in the world, and there's so much bullshit that we have to slog through without fabricating more hate.
Yeah.
That like. If you can have a sunny disposition about the things that come easily, like why lean into something negative when you could choose? You literally can choose to not do that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's frustration with people. I think,
Especially with guys, which is like again back to our podcast.
Right,
Like
right.
guys do that so much more.
they lean into
than women.
frustration.
They lean in. Well, I think that's just a base level. It's like
Right.
frustration and negativity. It's much easier, I think, for
But is
guys.
that an insecure an insecurity thing?
Well, I think
or-
it's because
or just
guys
a
don't-
mix of
I think it's
everything?
part of it.
I think it has to do so much with the fact that guys are so emotionally unavailable and have been told that they shouldn't be for so long. And that's what we
Well,
talk
be a
about.
man
Like
and all that.
emotionally
Be a man.
Yeah, yeah.
Society's
Stunted.
deemed them to not
And so
have to.
when
you know.
something like talking about or pressed with a new thing, guys are generally standoffish, hold it at arm's length and be like, I don't know what this is. I think people are in general, not just guys.
Yeah.
So people are generally like, this is a new thing, so I'm going to be wary of it.
Right.
Whereas I think there is a mindset that people can have that can change that to be like, hey, it is a choice. Like, you can choose to be happy about things, or you can choose to be negative about things, and it's fucking so hard to do. It is insanely hard to be
It's
positive,
crazy.
Yeah.
especially when you're surrounded by the atrocities of the world, the injustices. You can get negative so fast, and especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
But I think our whole message is like, choose positivity, choose to be open-minded, choose to
Be willing to try. You know.
yeah,
Be willing to try
and
too.
like and acceptance, and that's like a big thing that we wanted to have you guys on, is because your backgrounds are very different from ours.
Yeah.
We are, for lack of a better word, we're top of the food chain. We're straight white men. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, but I was talking to Anthony about this.
She
and
reminded me on the train I was white. I was like, what?
we were talking about you guys, and we
How?
were talking about privilege, and even the privilege that like me and Anthony have had.
I guess in our little
experienced,
community
like, going
as well,
through the
because we are
world.
white as well,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah,
But I said that, you guys might be, in some context, run of the mill, like white cis straight dudes.
Yeah.
But I also think in the effort of doing this podcast, and in the effort of like just exploring like yourself and how you feel about the world and stuff like that alone, which is such as like a small thing, I think, sets you apart from a lot of men.
So our
You know
job
what I
here
mean?
is done. we have now been validated. You've seen it yourself.
It's like
the
a
modern
night-
dude out,
It's a
baby.
Yeah.
knighthood. You need the sword. Like
Yes,
the queen
we've
would
been
do that
dubbed.
for the dubbing.
Yes.
Yeah. I dub you. Okay.
A modern dude.
A modern dude. Ty, we really appreciate
But
you
that's
saying
very-
that. That's kind of the point. That's been the point of this. We know it's small. We know it's not like whatever, and we understand our privilege, and we know we talk about it. And I remember you when we were at
Oh yes, that's
Tyler's
right.
party. You said you guys got to stop.
Don't
Let me try to do it.
apologize.
Stop apologizing for being straight.
No.
It just
Yeah,
is what
because-
it is,
because
man.
also-
you
Very big
know?
on that.
Because it's
You're
true.
very
I
big
don't
on no
like people
apologies.
apologizing because I think you shouldn't have to, because you're being brave, and bravery is just
stop
bravery.
apologizing for looking like a Nazi then.
Right. Well, I
Maybe you should. for
Oh
that,
my
you
God!
know?
Let me tell you,
Don't apologize
my-
from the European.
my
Oh, sorry,
ex-husband-
sorry,
Check all these
sorry.
tattoos. Real
My
quick.
ex-husband, yeah, check every single one for a swastika. My ex-husband, he was very blonde. He looked very like Aryan,
Aryan, yeah.
very Aryan. And I had just really got to America. I'd been there like for like 2 years, and I used to go and get bandanas from this like thrift store, and you could get like a big bag of them for like $10, so I get this
sure,
big bag. And he was getting ready for his coffee shop job, and he was like, roll me a bandana, because he'd wear bandanas. So I rolled him a bandana, and I was like, that looks a nice bandana. That's lovely. I'll roll that. And so I put it on him, and he went just straight out the door, and he's like going to work. And he came back like at the end of the day with no bandana. And I was like, where's that lovely bandana gone?
I put on your head.
And he went, oh my God. He's like, I went all the way through Harlem, all the way through Manhattan, all the way to Brooklyn, got to work, and my black coworker went, why are you wearing a Confederate flag?
God.
And I was like, oh my God, I just really thought the eagle was lovely. I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
How good?
Oh my God.
Harlem,
Oh my God.
and Abe.
Oh my God.
Just rocking it.
Abe is like giant, big old white
Yeah.
dude, bleach blonde hair,
Oh
like
my
long
God.
blonde
Rocking
hair,
it.
just rocking it. Like
That was really, that was really.
Well, it's probably funny because it's rolled up, so you could only.
Oh no,
barely
you
see
could
it.
really, you could
Probably.
see.
He
I
said,
made
no,
sure,
you could see
I
it.
made sure you could see
Where's
the
he
eagle,
from?
because I
Where's
liked
your
the
ex
eagle. I
from?
thought the eagle looked very lovely. I didn't
there
know
was
it
an
was the
eagle
flag.
on it?
Oh, you know that
Was
eagle
Wisconsin
in the
or
He's
they
from
put-
Minnesota.
Minnesota,
Oh.
same
Yeah.
thing.
How the fuck did he not know then?
I didn't know because I
No.
just.
I mean, you have a
arrived.
pass,
Yeah.
but like
No, well,
He's from here.
I just put it on
Well,
him, and he
apparently
just
it was
left.
stylized. It had an
was-
eagle on it, and there was some other very American
extra
things
pride
on it.
or
There
extra
was
like
a-
America.
There was a
Extra
thin blue
America.
line on it.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. But oh god, so I think if we're talking about privilege, that's
Jesus.
privilege.
Sure.
Just not that stuff not even being on your radar.
Oh god,
Yeah.
you know, well, exactly, very, very true. And the thing is, you know, sometimes when we apologize for stuff, and in the other context, we don't mean what we're doing. We're just being brave, and that's what we're being. And yes, we're white, yes, but that's okay because we're not here.
Don't
We're
have
only
any
here to be
fucking
kind.
choice about it, you know.
No, we're only here. Well, I mean, some people. That woman changed her race, didn't she? Remember?
Michael Jackson.
No, there was a woman that was white on the UK TV
Oh,
once,
oh
and
my
she
God,
said she
what's
was black.
her-
Do you remember?
yeah.
Oh, she identified. Yeah,
Oh
she said
my
I
God.
identify
And she
as
bleached,
black.
she darkened her skin, and it's like, girl, what are you doing? This is insane.
Yeah,
like,
that's insane.
So
Yeah.
that's crazy. But in terms of just being a positive person, I think it's just good to be a good person, regardless of
Yes.
whatever. And acknowledging the privilege is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
that's,
appreciate you saying that, but I think more than you saying it to us, like that is a nice thing to hear. I think that speaks more volume to like what we're trying to do than like that being like a nice sentiment for us. Like
Yeah.
what the message that you saying that on our podcast rings truer to what our message is more than like giving a compliment to us.
Yeah.
no, I don't compliment people.
No, she doesn't. I've known her for years, and I've not had one.
I've not had one. Wow, I've known Ty for about 3 months now, and all he does
Showers
is
them.
shower me with.
You're not
compliments.
doing something.
I love when
right,
Ty
my
comes in.
guy.
Ty comes in, I go, oh, I'm gonna get told I'm
Big,
great
she's
today.
big upping
She
me.
wants something from you. Then.
I'm
I'm kidding.
Amazing.
Oh, that's funny.
yeah, I guess we wanted to touch base on a few things like that. I mean, if there's anything, and I was kind of gonna ask if there's anything that you wanted to like glean on people that might not understand y'all's backgrounds and the things
Backgrounds.
that you want to go through.
And
Being,
I think
you know,
I
being
think we
trans,
got-
being gay.
Yeah,
like,
I
you know,
think we
it's-
got some good stuff from Antony.
Yeah.
Ty, I feel like your experience is so much more foreign to so many people, and we would love to hear more about like the process of coming out and then transitioning, and how that process has been difficult. What backlash you've received? So if you would share that,
if you want to speak on
Yeah,
it, you know, I mean,
yeah,
we just,
yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
It's
I
such a
just
smooth ride.
well, I thought about this. I thought about this during Pride, or maybe I saw it online or something like that, and adopted it as my own idea. But that, you know, like the LGBTQIA, all the letters, like, you know, like,
You nailed it. You nailed it.
You
I
know
think that's
them.
good. There's
You
a
know
plus at
them.
the end.
There's a
I think.
plus,
them.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Plus.
Don't
thank
forget
you
the plus.
guys. Thanks for telling us.
Okay, but I
Straight white cis men.
We did our research before to make sure we knew
Thank God are
everybody.
here. We forgot.
they looked at each other. They said, "I think there's a plus in there. I think she
Yeah.
forgot."
We don't
the
even
plus."
know. We really that. The plus?
We did we fucking looked this up.
Yeah.
We Wikipedia'd the shit out of this.
We haven't Googled it for a while.
No, I mean, I think most of those letters represent sexualities, and the T is different from those sort of. I guess.
Oh, that's that's
Yeah,
interesting,
like
yeah.
it has to
That's
do
a very
with
good point.
someone's gender identity, and you know, not that I think it's important for trans people to like further
No,
isolate
I
themselves
think
from like a larger.
Well, I don't think it's
queer
isolating. I
community,
think
but
it's specifying.
yeah, it's trans people are queer, but you know we're different. It's like a whole different thing.
Yeah, it is different things, isn't it? It's
As
crazy.
as far as I don't know, as far as like coming out and stuff like that, I feel like I had a pretty easy ride. I think I gave myself like the hardest
Of course.
part of the ride.
Sure.
Don't we all in our own
Sure.
stupid shit?
Oh,
yeah.
But yours is a lot more out there. I feel like.
I think
Yeah.
the beauty of what I mean, I think we shared it one time, but you know, depression. Sometimes it's hard with the hormones and stuff. You can get depressed.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's hard. That's a hard thing to deal with.
It is. Yeah, hormones are like a whole other, because, you know, you don't have to be on hormones to be trans.
Of course.
Sure.
But
You
that
you are on.
adds like a,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
How
adds
many
like
years now have you
another,
been on?
I think I've been medically transitioning, is what we call it, for, oh my,
Been
no.
a while.
2018. I was gonna say 2017.
5 years ish.
Yeah.
2018. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Amazing.
No way. Wait, no. September of 2019.
There it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
That feels right.
Grayson also did a background check on you. He's like,
I'm like, so
she forgot the plus,
There
but
is a
she also
plus.
He's
got
like, no.
and the
it was
date that you started
2019.
officially.
February 24th. Here's
Yeah.
what I've got.
Yeah.
He does, he's got your bio
And I pulled your
down.
records.
Valentine's Day.
I'm fairly transparent on Instagram though. So
Transparent?
That
good
date
about that.
is probably on my Instagram
Yeah.
somewhere if you go back far enough. But yeah, as far as my transition has gone, I feel really like grateful and lucky to have done it in this city and in New York City where I not only is it New York City, I have tons of friends. Like I think everyone I had met until I moved to New York City basically also ended up here, so I just had this like huge community at every turn, of my transition. And I it's been a really blessed like experience.
That's great.
Yeah.
We were like,
focus-
we wanted some dark
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Not
Where's
to
the
focus
misery,
on
for
not to
God's
focus on the
sake?
negative. I mean,
No, yeah, hit me
but
with
for
the negative.
no, I
Hand
guess
me some pills. Come on. Let's talk about it.
I'm gonna
no,
cry.
I guess I'm curious. Like, if there's like something you could say to people that don't know anything about being trans or that, like, what would you say to like someone who's like, not to like call out the Midwest, but like someone who just is like so foreign to the idea and just is so ignorant to it, but may have questions. What would you impose on someone that may have questions, or what's the thing that you would try and give them?
Try to press on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not press, that sounds forceful, but
Or
just
yeah.
I don't know, dispel rumors, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess
Not to put you on the spot entirely, but
I like something I've heard somewhere is people are who they say they are. Because that whoever that person is and whatever they're saying they are is they've done so much more internal work, like they've spent so much more time struggling with or discovering this thing about themselves than you could ever imagine. So like if someone comes to you and says that they are gay or that they're trans or that I'm a woman or like like that's who that person is.
Yeah, and that's a great.
That's cool.
I love that. That's actually
awesome.
an amazing sentiment to think about. Like, if someone's saying that, that means that also comes with everything else that they've had to go through. Like just
Yeah.
saying I'm gay or I'm trans or I'm whatever. It's like everything
not
that
a
automatically means that like there's been so much that you've had
not
to
a
deal with and work on and
cavalier
process.
thing, people coming out.
It's coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so much.
That's
it's-
why it has a term.
Yeah.
Right.
it's-
There's no such thing for any straight. There's never been a thing for a straight person. There's never this whole thing where it's like I'm here and everybody expects me to be this thing, but I'm not. So
straight-
I have to go through a whole process.
Straight people do that with star signs, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm coming out as a Gemini.
Right. They do. Straight
I
people do try to
identify-
adopt things.
I'm a Scorpio.
identify
I need to have
as a
sex
Taurus.
now.
Yeah, you're like, I was born in November, but actually I identify as a Taurus.
Yeah, and a Leo rising.
Right.
And you're like,
That is very true. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of straight people like to like take on identity of
People-
things. So like,
people like
I'm
an
trans.
identity.
Great. I'm a Gemini. Like it's not the same fucking thing.
I was like,
the same thing.
I was licking my crystals, and they told me that.
crystals.
Yummy.
Bloody crystals.
Also, I don't like when people that are like into horoscopes use it as an excuse to be shitty.
Of
Oh,
who you are as a person.
They're like, oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
hate
well,
that.
of course I did that. I cheated on you. I'm a Gemini. Classic
gonna
me. Or maybe you're just a piece of shit.
Why are we shitting on Gemini
Think
so
we
hard
say-
right
I'm
now?
don't know,
sorry,
that
dating
was
Gemini.
just-
We're just picking one. It
I don't
has
even know
nothing to
what is
do-
Gemini. I
Or
don't
you
even
like
know
you
what
meet
that-
Jeffrey Dahmer and you go, so what do you do? And he's like, oh, I just kill people and put them in the freezer. What star sign are you?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, I'm a Gemini. Classic Gemini.
Gemini.
Classic Gemini. Chopping people up and
Stuffing
throwing
them
them
in the
the
saving them
freezer.
for later.
It's
Oh,
within my
God.
range. Like it's definitely a character trait. Yeah.
I think Jeffrey Dahmer is a Gemini.
Is he really? That was
We-
a
I
that was
want
a
that
stab in the
confirmed.
dark. No pun intended.
I want that confirmed right now.
We'll look it up.
I wonder. If, oh, I love this.
Don't wait for me.
Ty's already looking at it.
What are the Jeffrey Dahmer star signs?
He's a Gemini.
That's crazy.
That's why we're shitting on Gemini.
More impressive that like that we found that out is how fast you did that. Like there was no dead time. I was about to be like, wow, we're just about to have like 10 seconds of like just like staring at Ty.
Oh no.
No, I'm on it.
Amazing.
I'm on it.
In the 50s, she could have been on a typewriter.
Oh, yeah.
After I flick my nails off.
Yes, mister. We got an appointment at 3 o'clock. You'd be like typing
fantasy.
like. Oh, I'd love that.
I'm a typist.
Yeah,
typist.
with the little penny and the big massive boobs.
I feel like that's like
Or
someone in the.
wee, cardigan. You know those.
I'm picturing it for sure. I feel like somebody in the 40s. That would be like a hot profession.
Yeah.
Like a guy in a business suit would be like, "What do you do?" "Oh, I'm a typist."
Yeah.
Like little boys just wanting to marry typists.
Oh
when they
yeah, I
get
think
older.
they're
Grow up.
I think the
when I grow
typist
up, I'm
role is
gonna
the
marry a
women to
typist.
flirt with at the office.
I'm gonna go home and you porn typist now. It's a new fetish.
We were
exists.
talking about that today
Pornhub.
actually on the way here. We're saying someone probably has a sneeze fetish.
Oh,
somewhere in
yes,
the world.
I said,
like, yeah.
why did we say that? I
'Cause
said,
I was
have you ever
sneezing.
used like a snot,
Snot as lube. Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't, but the amount of snot that was coming out my nose this week, I bloody well.
My allergies have been acting up.
Yeah. There's a guy out there who's going to pay some nice girl to
Yeah.
sneeze on his dick and
Yep.
Yeah.
let
It's
him.
definitely
Or
not the
just-
first time.
No, it's sin snot. You know.
I don't know if that poor schmuck knew that that's what was happening.
Yeah, how do you find that out?
Yeah,
that
right.
like
Unless
that?
you like see it happen in real time.
Well,
He's like,
actually-
oh, sneeze on my dick, yeah.
going like full
my
circle
dick.
with this filthy, disgusting conversation that we're having. We were saying, like straight people don't really have that, but
Have it
actually,
coming out.
yeah, but they have a lot of internal fetishes.
Yes. I was literally, as
You
we
know
were
what?
talking about fetishes, I was literally about to go.
So straight people
yeah,
have
but
lots of
this is something
secrets,
that's
right?
not talked about. Everybody
is-
has a thing they like
There we
that
go.
they don't
There we
talk
go.
about.
There we
Okay.
go.
This
So
one
here's-
likes to say everybody masturbates.
So we just talked
Facts.
about
Everybody
stress
does.
and like anxiety, but like even deeper down that rabbit hole, like everyone has pent up shit from their
Absolutely.
childhood,
Oh, yeah.
from their
Absolutely.
rearing. That like, holy fuck, those things got to come out at
A
some
lot of
point.
businessmen that like to wear diapers.
Or they don't, and then
at the
then you, like-
weekends, right, like exactly.
Well, that's why like I feel like so many
Absolutely.
guys like, especially like not to go dark, but like that's when abuse and shit because they haven't dealt with their own fucking shit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, my friend, she was a call girl, and she used to go around to this guy's house. She didn't have sex with him, but she'd go around in a raincoat, and she'd knock on the door, and all he wanted, he was very rich, all he wanted was her to go, "Daddy, where's my money?"
That's it?
And that was it. And she'd just follow him around in the raincoat, and she'd wear like her little boots and stuff, and he'd just hand her money. And that
That's
was
what
it.
I mean, dude. It's not even a lot of the
That was all
time.
he
It's
wanted.
not even.
That's all he wanted.
It's not even sexual.
No, it's
Oh,
just
yeah, I
it's
know.
or like
pent up from
physically
something,
sexual. It's
yeah.
just this
What
like
is
thing.
what was that trauma or
And
that,
how much
that
money-
turn
And I
on?
I don't think he's telling anyone at the office that, right? So
No.
this is his little internal thing.
What a
This is
great
his-
fucking point, man.
you know,
Everybody's got a thing.
everyone
I
has a
can't
thing.
imagine. I really can't. Like having like this whole aspect of my life, like I don't know, like being into trans women or being into that thing, whatever the fuck that was.
I think it's
I
money,
couldn't
money
imagine
domination, money
A
domination,
findom,
right? Some-
financial domination.
yeah, a financial domination.
hot.
That's what it is.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of into this now.
I think Elon Musk might like
We just
that, right?
uncovered something.
Elon
Financial
Musk is
domination.
definitely in it. Well,
Yeah.
Elon Musk is with Grimes. They probably do the weirdest
Oh,
fucking shit in the
They
world.
do some.
You know it's
Yeah.
kooky kiki.
Oh,
Kooky,
100%.
kinky.
She's probably got a big bottle of eels, and
There's lots of people involved. I
she gets
think
the
there's,
clamp and opens it and all that
I
stuff. You know.
said there's a lot of people involved.
There's
Dude, people
more
have
than
to
just
sign.
them.
People have to sign waivers if they're
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
Oh
She has
shit.
a
There's
whole team.
contractual obligations that you cannot speak about what
she has
happens
a whole
in
team
Grimes
with
and
that.
Elon Musk
Crazy.
world.
Baby heads and all
NDAs,
kinds
baby.
of
It's
things.
a musky world, and we're all just living in it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
it's
like I was
crazy.
saying, like I can't imagine like having a whole part of my life or a part of my identity that I'm hiding from
Well, you guys-
literally everyone in my life. Like
Yeah.
You guys are all out there now.
I know.
Not to say that you guys don't have the same problems as like that. There's lots of fetishes amongst the gay community and the trans community are restored too.
Jesus, it's enough to make you find the nearest church to get
With your knee pads?
converted.
With your knee
Oh
pads.
my God.
Don't forget the knee pads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's enough to make you want to go and get shock therapy, my friend.
But the thing is, it's accepted there. Like I don't feel, or
Well,
maybe
they're not
I'm
open
wrong, but I feel like because there was that like literal coming out party, it's like whatever, I can do whatever the fuck I want, or at least it's easier.
It's easier.
Well, it's a
More accepted,
liberation
more accepted,
feeling,
yeah.
isn't it? I guess. Or
Yes.
whatever. I mean, I've seen people at Pride get fisted in the streets, you know,
Yeah.
and that's insane.
Where was
Yeah,
that?
Folsom.
It was at Folsom Street
Street
Parade,
there.
yeah. And I was like, "Are you looking for your car keys?"
I have.
I was like, "Wow, we've really lost them today."
Ew, you're awful. I hate you.
Oh, I'm into it.
Hurry!
really into
McDonald's closes at 8. Hurry up, find them.
You want to talk about kink
Or
shaming?
is it McDowell's?
McDowell's, and you know the reference. You know McDowell's.
No.
I didn't know that either.
I was telling Ty on the way down. It's
a
from
deep
Coming to
cut.
America. You know the Eddie Murphy
my
movie?
God, I just had a conversation about
And
that yesterday.
that's the McDonald's knockoff place he works at, and that's the hats. They
Well,
wear.
Somebody
It's
just
so funny
referenced
because it
Coming
just
to
looks
America.
like a kilt material. That I assumed
Yeah,
it was
it's
like
all tartan.
Scottish.
But the lovely thing in Harlem, I get lots and lots of people. Even people stop their cars and they're like, "Oh my God, McDowell's!"
Really?
That's amazing.
It's so
Stopping
nice.
traffic.
Yes,
I love
it's
that.
really really fun.
Nice.
Because I love that film. I wanted to be Eddie Murphy as a kid in
Did
that
you see
movie.
the second one?
And come to, I didn't like it.
You saw it.
Yeah.
The new
Oh.
one. It just came out, right?
I like the old one, but I wanted to be Eddie Murphy back then and come to America. But you know, obviously, I'm not black and rich. But
What?
I want. I know.
Wait a minute.
But I
Weird.
really,
You're not an African prince.
I know. I wish I was, and I felt. But I felt when I got to America, I was a wee bit like that as that character because you're so naive and so
You're
like,
like,
oh hi,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, fuck you, man.
it's back to the fucking wearing the bandana.
You're not from here. Yeah.
You're only an African prince on your Gmail account.
Yeah, or mentally in your head.
Wait,
exactly.
what is your Gmail account?
No, just like a email scam.
African
like,
Prince 14 at
Yeah,
gmail.com.
white African Prince
White
69.
African Prince 69 420 at gmail.com.
Oh my god. White African prince. Well,
I think that's a good place to put a button on it.
Yeah, right, okay.
Let's see. What in review? I think
this has been
We
a
said nothing.
travesty.
This is actually, I think, through all of the absolute raunchous, crass humor that we have spewed today,
Absolute filth.
there's been a lot of really great points based around understanding expression of who you are, loving love, and making sure that it's cool if you want to have a fetish where fast food is spread into your nostrils.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
with rain boots and
Yeah.
money involved.
It's okay to be you. It's okay to talk about it, and that is what we did today
Well, I
with
think-
our very good friends.
I think like again to reiterate what you just said is like it's like having conversations is so important.
Yeah.
Communication, when we talk about this all the time, communication is so key to fucking anything in life.
Absolutely.
And like this has been like so eye-opening for me, and like I just love sharing stories. Like it's part of just being human is like bonding over things, and like there's nothing different between the four of us.
No,
Like,
we're all from
the-
different walks, but we are all laughing together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I really love
Couldn't
that.
have said it
I
better.
know that
That's the
sounds
quote.
silly, but it's kind of
Yeah.
true.
No,
right?
that's
We're
the quote.
all
That's
I
the
mean,
quote.
like at the end of the day, like
you know,
yes,
which is lovely.
we have very different pasts, but like you said, like we're also just people.
Yep, we're all just having a good laugh, and I think truly that can break down a lot of boundaries with everything.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is really nice. you
yeah.
know?
It's life. There's one. Enjoy it.
Exactly. And feeling that, there's always alcohol.
And there's always alcohol.
A nice mimsy loosens up the
I know it's the
Pronunciation.
lights the tongue
Yeah.
and the mind.
Subtitles for me, if you can't
And me over
understand
here.
me.
That's just
And if you don't speak trans, subtitles for her at the bottom, and then hopefully you'll understand what we were talking about.
and if you don't speak alcoholic, we'll have some for me.
This is going to be a long edit. All right. Transition. We hope that you enjoyed Transition.
Relax, Ty. Relax. It's not all about you.
We hope you enjoyed the conversation today.
I wish it weren't.
It is though. Stop looking at the monitor.
Now I'm into it.
I mean, the count is high.
Yeah,
Exactly. Oh,
we
God.
might have to look back on that and see.
It's a TikTok in itself.
We
Oh
hope
God, is
you
that
have.
what you look like on camera?
It
Holy
is.
shit!
Hey, it's time to shut the fuck up again, everybody. We hope you've enjoyed what you've watched today. If you would like to check us out on our social medias, it is The Modern Dude on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Also check out Across the Bar with the homies I would assume the same thing.
Across the Bar NYC.
Across the Bar NYC.
Across the Bar NYC. Don't forget that fucking NYC at the end, all right?
Don't forget it, because that's where we fucking live.
That's where we live, damn it. And check out our YouTube as well. And please leave comments, likes, subscribe, ask these
General
two questions.
kerfuffle.
Ask us questions. Ask Kush questions.
The Mimsy's getting a Grayson too.
And we hope
Oshkosh
you've taken away
questions.
something good today.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys again. Thank you
Thank
guys
you
for being here so much.
so
We
much
love
for
you guys.
coming.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having us.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
I'd like to go get fucked up soon with you guys.
Ooh
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Let's
Okay,
do
we
it.
love you. And don't forget, do y'all due diligence.